Lambda network at Kodak is 2 years old, with a participating membership of approximately 100. Lambda's mission states its key results are education and support. Let me talk a little about support. Given that it is still considered, by some, acceptable to speak out against homosexuality, it is not hard to understand why support is a key focus of this network. Lesbian and gay issues are being discussed in every institution of our society, from the media to government, business, schools, and churches. The rhetoric from some sources has been misinforming and at times destructive. One of our goals is to expand your information by adding our experiences to your picture. For myself, this network and the support I have received by being a part of it is allowing me to complete a journey begun in high school. I struggled to understand, who am I? Fearing that if others knew the truth, I would lose them as friends and family. Afraid I could no longer be a part of their lives. Later, coming to terms with my sexual orientation meant accepting myself, but I felt excluded. There was an unspoken understanding of how much I could be myself and where. Now, having the freedom to come out at work is nothing short of a wonderful gift. Instead of being concerned with, will I stand out? Who will wonder about me? I began to question what all this fear is about. And I started to test boundaries. At a luncheon with a group of female colleagues, I told them I was gay to explain the reason I didn't encourage friendships with them beyond the superficial level. They listened, and listened, and listened, and somehow we all got through lunch. And as these things often go, I am now at the point where I fill in my personal details just as they do. For those of you who are not gay, doing something like this, sharing who you are with a group of people, can be like running a marathon. Your heart speeds up, your palms get sweaty, and you re-examine your decision to share this information. But the more you work at it, the more you realize you belong in this world just as much as anyone else. For a while, I practiced coming out to just about anyone I could get to listen. People at places like shopping malls, airports, concerts, any public place that lent the opportunity. If you would really like to get a personal understanding of what it is like to be gay, give this a try. Just imagine how you might feel when the other person believes you. The point is this: when you don't know where you stand, any place is a scary place. This is why it is so important for all of us to learn how to talk to each other. My guess is that most of the gay and lesbian Kodak employees know about this event. The majority of them are not here tonight. The fact that all of us have come here to meet sends a very strong statement. Whether we see these people next year or not, a positive impact has been made. A question that keeps coming up is, how many gay people are at Kodak? I don't have an answer. It's not hard to understand that getting an answer to this question is difficult, but something for you to consider. When one person is gay, others are impacted: relatives, friends, and co-workers. These people can build their own closets and often do. But how can we have the kinds of rewarding relationships we all aspire to when they are still in place? Through support, both publicly and personally, we can dismantle these closets. Education is the other key focus for this network, and is the reason we are here this evening. The process of putting this event together has already made a difference. The planning committee has had conversations with members of other networks, human resource personnel, individuals responsible for education, and managers at all levels of this company. it became clear to us that our event was not viewed as a typical network project. During one conversation, I was explaining what the network was trying to accomplish, the purpose, outcomes, etc. As the conversation continued, it seemed the person on the other end of the phone was becoming more comfortable with our plans for this event. Then she said, quote, "But Kathryn, the managers don't understand homosexuality." And I thought to myself, no one ever told me about it either. I realize her statement doesn't speak for all managers. In fact, many people in this room have had enough conversations to know this isn't true. And that was a while back. I do believe the help we have received and the conversations others have had on our behalf are all part of what was needed to get us here tonight. As human beings, we all share basic intrinsic drivers. We all need to believe we are of value, we need to belong, and we need to continuously grow as individuals. From a member's perspective, the network makes a difference by offering opportunities to explore and work through these issues. Interestingly enough, the company's health and growth are always considered. Also, networks are available to everyone to build relationships. By adding to what we already know, we increase our awareness of how our actions affect others. What we are trying to share tonight is who we are, our relationships, our commitments, who are in our families. Being gay or lesbian is not a lifestyle or a set of behaviors. It's an identity. It's an orientation that doesn't change no matter how you choose to live your life. Lifestyles are things like practicing a profession, being a student, a parent, retired, a community volunteer, a church leader, single, married, and the list goes on. Our hope is that we walk away tonight realizing we have more in common than we may have previously thought, and that we already know each other better than we may think. At times, it has been difficult to distinguish between what is education and what is support. But more importantly, both factors are key factors in making a difference for all of us.